Okay, let's talk. There's a big difference between last week and this week. What was that difference, Chris?
I don't know. I mean, we obviously had shorter time to practice, but that was true for everybody. So we're all in a level playing field. I just feel like I kind of went out there and just lost focus. And I mean, it was, I really felt like I had it down. I was pretty confident going into it. I didn't feel nervous. It just didn't come. And I'm just going to get better next week, focusing on next week.
Okay, now, and I was going to say, was it because you guys went so early? Is it tough going, like, right off the start?
Absolutely. It's really tough to open the show. It's just added pressure that you don't necessarily think you're going to have, but you absolutely do. And the crowd was really, really loud. We could barely hear the music. I could barely hear the music. And, that's kind of how he cues it, so he had a hard time with that. But we're just trying to take it into a positive outlook and just go into next week being even better. So.
Okay, so let's stick in on that. So how do you overcome, because from now on, the rehearsals are going to be short. You're not going to have a couple weeks between dances. How do you overcome that?
Good question.
For one, I know that I need to work at home and by myself, extra time. I'm just going to be really focused, whether I'm with her or not. I'm sort of learning how I learn the dance moves and counting and that sort of thing. So being able to do, whether it's actually physically practicing or listening to the music and going through the beat in my head and watching us over and over, it's just repetition for me and like learning how to, understanding how I learned to dance. I've never learned to dance before, so I'm still grasping that.
Exactly.
And I think America and the judges see that. I mean, you haven't danced before, so it's about your arc, your growth throughout the season. So I'm sure we got to keep your fans pushing for you guys.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
Let's get some fan questions. And this is actually from Superfan Anna, and this is for both of you. How do each of you deal with the pre-show nerves, especially like something like tonight?
I think it's mainly just being prepared, and knowing that you came into it prepared and focusing on that, being confident in yourself. I don't know, you just have to really block. This time, my nerves weren't as bad as the first time, and just blocking that out. But it's just like anything else. I don't know, you just mentally have to really focus.
Exactly.
So what are you guys focusing on next week? What's the dance?
The dance is Argentine Tango next week.
Ooh,
so we really got to focus in on that one.
Are you ready for this?
I mean, ready as I'm going to be. I am ready, actually. I think I'm going to be extra focused this week. And, it's like Redfoo said after his dance. He kind of got beat up on his scores the first week. And he really hammered down and worked that much harder. And that's all this is going to make me want to do, is just work that much harder.
All right, so America, you have to keep them here,
yes,
please.
Keep me here.
The team Soul Shakers. I can't even. Soul Shakers. It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
There we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.
Buzz you later.